Hello strategy gaming enthusiasts, my name is AlzaboHD, and in today's video we are going to take a deep dive into the tallest yet smallest and strongest one province minor nations in EU5. Despite their minor initial potential, these OPMs are home to locations that can house more than 1 million people, have economies that are stronger than Spain, and are packed with flavor, unique events, further formable nations, and the ability to obtain some of the rarest achievements in all of the universalis.
Okay, let's go.
Starting off our list is the tall tag of Ayodhya, the precursor to Ayodhya, and a spicy state you should tie for your next OPM campaign. Ironically, this flavor-packed polity is tiny in 1337, with only a rice field and a capital town with 18 buildings. These Buddhist brethren boast the mandala system government reform, which allows taking tributary states, a karmic modifier which gives discipline and diplomatic reputation, and you can even join cults with their unique faith mechanic. Before you Bangkok your neighbors to form the nation of Siam, simply wait between campaign start and 1400 AD for the OP founding of Ayutthaya event, which grants you either gold, a city, or the ability to annex all of your neighbors instantly and form the Tier 2 Ayutthaya. Unique to the Thai and Siamese monarchies are bonuses to elephant cavalry, subject loyalty, a flat development increase across all provinces, and a plus 10% crown power reform. And with silk above and elephants to your east, this minor nation is destined to print gold in Krungtup Mahanakan. Evading taxation and ethical accountability is the free city of Zurich, and the 9th most powerful one-province polity in EU5. This high Alemannic republic has the highest development and the highest topography of Western Europe, prints money with university tuition, and their capital has 14 buildings and 2 craft breweries. On day 1, you can opt to become a merchant republic to forge a fortune, either join the Swiss Confederation diplomatically through international organization legislation, or militarily by being incredibly skilled at warfare. Neutrality is overrated, and with 1,000 levies, Zurich is stronger than all of their neighbors, excluding Austria. Either way, forming Switzerland unlocks a reform that all but guarantees parliament success every 5 years. But if you don't want to become fecal brown, you can stay as a free city to access hundreds of exclusive events, opt to abandon verticality to become the HRE, or ultimately form Germany through war. And speaking of war, this video is sponsored by War Thunder. War Thunder is available for free on PC, consoles, and mobile devices, and is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made. There's over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships to command from over 10 major nations, ranging from the biplanes and armored cars of the 20th century to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. Forge your own way with the comprehensive customization system and deck out each vehicle with camouflage, decorations, and markings from history. Personally, I enjoy the seamless interaction between air, ground, and naval vehicles, and with all in 4K, you'll never miss out on the action. Support AlzaboHD and download War Thunder today for free on PC, console, or mobile using my links in the video description and pinned comment below. New and returning players using my links will get multiple premium vehicles and an exclusive vehicle decorator, and I'd like to thank War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Swiggity Swooty, our next pirate polity, yearns for loot and booty, and unlike the other nations on our list, is a formidable nation that can be unlocked by any Okinawan polity. Domo arigato, Mr. Pirato, and welcome to Ryukyu and the 3 mountains of Sakura blossoms. There are 2 options to form this yartocracy, the easy way by uniting Okinawa militarily as Chuzan, or the hard way via the pirate republic of the Satsunan Islands. Historically, this kingdom was formed by Chuzan via conquest, and this is a piece of Keiki. As they start with larger levies you can use to bulldoze their 2 neighbors and form Ryukyu as early as 1339. The more fun and flavorful way to play is more challenging and requires selecting the Ashikaga shogunate and waiting until 1338 for the A Band of Pirates event and selecting the One Piece option. You'll get a tiny pirate republic with a unique government reform that grants another government reform, but you'll need to switch your primary culture to the local Roku, swap your religion to teriyaki, conquer Okinawa, and move your capital to Urasoe. Forming Ryukyu with either strategy gives you the 3 Mountains achievement, which is one of the rarest in the game, but if you do it as the pirates, you'll get a republic with a better government reform, and your monthly events that give you a constant stream of fiat currency and saves automatically. This sushi sovereignty is fantastic for playing tall, and you can colonize into Taiwan and beyond while looting your neighbors for plunder, profit, prosperity. The revolution will be televised, and locking down the list at number 7 is the colonial nation of Cuba, and a strong contender for an Exodus-flavored one-island grande campaign. Formable as any non-native colonial country, I opted to start as the High Judicate of Sardinian Arborea and colonize the Caribbean. In an effort to pump population multipliers, we then released Italian Catholic lands to have a Nahua majority, converted to the Aztec religion, formed the nation of Guantanamo, and opted to play a one-province campaign by culture swapping to Nahua and finally reforming the government into an Atl-Patl for the ability to save raid. For RP enthusiasts that enjoy ridiculous campaigns, this was quite the experience to harvest Maya and Mesoamerica for unpaid interns that then formed the majority of the polity. But with unique mechanics like the Colombian exchange, you are able to choose your own trade goods to export, like cigars, sadness, and a failing economy. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'll ever get around to editing this campaign, but with legends like Alfredo Azteco Cubacanacan, conquistador armies that surrendered yet squatted the capital, and a total population of 2 million before the golden age of piracy, I'd recommend Cuba for a tall yet casual campaign of vacuuming people into your polity. Daring their way onto number 6 on our list of developed dictatorships is the Thakana of Singapura and their archipelagic Malay monarchy. This hempless homeland features a mandala government form that allows tributaries, exclusive advancements that grant population growth and character gerontology, and the ability to invite Hindu gurus for further fertility modifiers. Singapore's coastal capital creates nearly plus 10 ducats in profit from day 1 of your campaign. Your prime minister can diplomatically vassalize Malays through marriage, and you can use yoga to periodically posture check yourself while in-game. This thick Anna's town capital boasts a strait to prevent armies from invading, features nearly 20 starting buildings employing 30,000 citizens, and smells like a combination of incense and sardines. Once you build a navy, your island nation is invincible to outside predation, and with its position at the heart of the most valuable sea trade routes, lends this future tax haven heavenly potential for capitalism with Chinese characteristics. The oil-based Ibadis of Oman might look small in 1337, but don't let their starting size fool you. This sheikhdom is not a shower, but a grower, and their dagger conjure the entirety of Ormuz's coastline in an event that happens to your neighbor within the first 60 years of your campaign. With access to the sea and an Ibadi faith that gives trade and ship advantages, you'll be saying, "Oh man," when you see the 9 unique innovations exclusive to this nation. After obtaining your free coastal real estate, I recommend invading your neighbor who has a now weakened military, seizing Hormuz in a peace treaty, and moving your capital to this easily defensible island city that boasts 19 buildings. The spice must flow, and with 17 historical events, you can wrestle control of Kilwa and Zanzibar, unlock unique colonial cabinet actions, and even form the nation of Arabia if you want to trade tall for sand sprawl and near worthless RGOs. As with all Islamic faiths, Oman has access to the mysticism and jurisprudence mechanic, making this colonial coastal country ideal for unlocking technology and locking down Stone Town. In a world of plagues, disease, and single-player healthcare, our next hospital polity and Catholic theocracy is ideal for building both wealth and healthy habits. The Knights of Rhodes start in 1337 with an island town of 19 buildings, including the unique order stronghold and order headquarters. 1/3 of this military order's population belonged to its manpower pool, and 3% to its navy, making this French Catholic country and their 100 Crusader Knights ready and able to defend their domain. Their second unique government reform, Crusade in the Sea, allows effectively free galley recruitment, along with the ability to gain saves passively through privateering. Impressment allows for the rapid expansion of your volunteer economy, and events that grant buckets of ducats. But the real power behind these hospitalers is their leader Louis, who has quite possibly the best skill spread in EU5. With 22 events and 14 innovations, these knights won't say knee to the land of milk and honey, and can further obtain the Crusader King's achievement by taking Jerusalem in a crusade and forming this titular nation, which we've covered in our list of the most interesting formable nations. North of the wall that divides civilization from Scandinavian culinary tragedy is a bizarre and obscure nation of brothers you've likely never heard of. Welcome to the Republic of Victual Bros, based on the island of Gotland. If you want to play as this rare republic, you'll first have to either observe or play as Sweden until 1380, a time you can invest in swapping religions to Norse for save rating and building up the economy of Visby and your future island homeland. Starting in February of 1380, you'll get the Republic of Victual Brothers event, which allows you to select option 3, aka a life of piracy. This gives you a new pirate republic with 1,000 ducats, 1,000 sailors, and a massive free navy, plus you'll get to keep all the development, buildings, population, and religion that you've invested in previously. The main reason I love this botocracy for a tall campaign is because it has the aforementioned Pirate Brethren government reform, which gives you a free additional reform, and more importantly, the ability to yoink thralls. These vice brothers and their navy will make gravy out of any enemy that declares war on you, and with the optional Norse faith, you can use savory to send volunteers to Visby with your fleet. Your neighbors might outnumber you militarily, but with boats bound, you can ferry your forces throughout the Baltic and avoid conflict to multiply your population. This brotherhood of boat brethren can easily become the tallest and most populous nation of Europe, though I'd recommend moving your OPM to Sicily or Sardinia for the increased population capacity. There's Nahua Way. This list wouldn't include Tenochtitlan and the OPM Aztec lands, and at number 2, this pre-Columbian polity is the best minor nation to attain vertical elevation within North and South America. There are 16 historic events, 13 country bonuses, and a litany of unique buildings for this misunderstood Mesoamerican monarchy. And with a population of nearly 100,000 in what is supposed to be a Minecraft survival island, this OPM is a bustling metropolis. As with any heart-to-heart faith, Tenochtitlan's Nahua religion grants them the exclusive Altepetl government reform, which prevents you from taking land, but does allow the selection of peaceful deities, the ability to search for unpaid labor, and you'll be amazed if you manage to reform the society for a massive plus 33% crown power modifier. Montezuma starts as a vassal of their neighbor, but with an independent CB and 300 Spartan regulars, you can easily fight for freedom, organically engage in organ donation, and become independent. This wouldn't be Mexico City without that sinking feeling, and you can use these pacifistic people to create the formidable nation of the Aztecs before sailing into the sunset to civilize the so-called Old World. Buongiorno, and welcome to Perfezione in the form of the Republic of Florence, by far the best minor nation for loading up on carbs, cash, and centralization. This penny polity has 35 historical events, 13 innovations, and a monstrous capital metropolis that has a capacity of nearly 1 million in 1337. This proto-Italian stallion spawned Dante, Da Vinci, and Machiavelli, and the game won't let you forget about it, as you'll be bombarded with events from the Medici Prince, fat stacks of ducats, and even the ability to release and play as the Bank of Medici if you prefer a landless campaign. The Italian peninsula is at the heart of the Renaissance, and you'll obtain every institution for free, possess some of the highest development at 35, and your ridiculously profitable Silk Argeo grants 3 profit per investment. These Italians can form Tuscany, Italy, or Rome if you want a dirty bulk and go wide, and they even have an extra cabinet advisor for a total of 3 because Machiavelli means business. Given that Florence of Pizzarabia starts within 3 international organizations, you can simply PU another nation through marriage, form a defensive league, and establish an alliance with anyone to obtain the Be in All the Clubs achievement in Iron Man mode. Likewise, this Lasagna Legends starting city with 23 buildings is the perfect foundation for the city's Skylines achievement once you fire off the colossal order of creating 177 more industries. There are more than 2,000 nations in EU5, and there are many more municipalities that couldn't quite make our list, so I'd like to quickly cover these honorable mentions. Holland, Brabant, and Bruges are perhaps the most obvious picks for powers that punch above their weight and dominate economically. They are tall both literally and figuratively, and can form the nation of the Netherlands, but we've already covered Holland in our list of the most interesting formable nations. Venice and Genoa are slightly less tall, being in southern Europe, but I did not pick them over Florence as their territories are far-flung and less centralized, and their power level is closer to that of a Tier 3 kingdom and not an OPM. The Lordship of Man is another solid pick for a one-province polity with potential, as their government reform galley lords allows for incredible naval stacking and privateering profit potential, but they've been featured in many videos already, and you've likely already heard about them. Outside of Europe, our next mentions are tall and wide, which probably just means thick, and we'll start with Cuba. This South African nation has massive development, an insane harbor, easy access to gold, and the ability to zoink Zanzibar early on for plentiful profit. That said, India does overpopulation better, which should be no surprise. If you play as Vijayanagar or any other nation that borders Delhi and wage a winning war against them, you can free your culture's saves, which amounts to a few million pop boost, which will jumpstart your nation into superpower status. The Korean kingdom of Goryeo would have been one of the best minor nations for playing tall if the developers didn't add hundreds of locations to their nation, and now it's a major power with all institutions. But if development and turtle boating are your goal, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better state in Asia. Finally, AlzaboHD is a fantastic pick for Java gaming enthusiasts, on account of starting off with a few million people stacked in a tiny territory, and a subject state swarm that includes half of Southeast Asia. Be sure to let me know in the comment box below if I missed any one-province polities with population procuration potential. Support AlzaboHD for free by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, which lets me know if you'd like to see more top 10 EU5 content like this in the future. I'd like to thank War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Support AlzaboHD and download War Thunder today for free on PC, console, or mobile using the description below, and benefit from a large bonus pack of premium vehicles and an exclusive vehicle decorator. If you'd like to support me even further, please consider becoming a channel member or a patron for bonuses like early access to future videos and your name in the credits. Population U.